If a woman is the prize, wouldn't that make the man the simp?
Can someone define simp for me?
Like putting a woman on a pedestal, Will Smith.
Yeah, it would make them. It would make the man a simp.
So, is there something wrong with a man like admiring his woman?
Yes.
Because most of the time, the woman ends up like kind of walking over him, like Jada, and it doesn't really work.
So no one has a good example of a man that does it healthily, like without.
I've never seen it.
No, because I genuinely don't know. Jay-Z and Beyonce.
I've seen it healthy. Yeah.
So what do you think?
But Jay-Z cheated, so. Just
but a simp wouldn't cheat, bro. So technically speaking,
is he a simp? He's not a simp.
I wouldn't say. I said that's why I said.
But that's what I was saying. Is there healthy?
So he's not a simp, though. The question is,
I think there's a difference between admire. It's like you can give it admiration to a girl if she deserves it, but did Jada deserve the admiration that she's gotten over the years when she's been giving her kids letters from Tupac?
That's crazy.
When she has her daughter writing a letter to Tupac about how much her daughter misses him, even though
I think she deserves.
She wasn't even alive when Tupac.
That's what I'm saying. But that's how crazy like Jada is to the family.
What, so don't you feel like Jada's on the mad end of the spectrum?
But it's an example. It's like, okay, when we see something happen to celebrities, it's indicative of a society. Okay. For example, Amber Heard, Johnny Depp. That's extreme, right? But if that happened to a man with money, power, and privilege, what happens to the average guy? So if this is happening to Will Smith on the big screen, again, he's got money, power, and privilege. Who has more leverage than Will Smith? What happens to the normal guy who's just marrying the ran-through girls? Someone's got to do it.
I feel that, like what he said, if there's a healthy type, I don't think there's anything wrong with like a healthy.
If you deserve it. But the problem is modern women don't deserve it because we have nothing that men want anymore.
Not just that, I think for most average men, they don't know what the line of healthy admiration is. Because in order to keep the woman, they think they just got to do everything and just go to the beck and call. And we often find that that's not attractive. It's like the Pearly principle. So I think she'll find that 20% elsewhere.
I think if it was healthy, he wouldn't be a simp.
Yeah.
Okay, so the simp means that it's an unhealthy balance.
If you had to crush yourself to please somebody, would you do, as a woman, if you had to crush yourself to please your man, you can identify that is wrong, right? That applies this way around.
Depends. What do you mean by crush yourself?
So, in example, I see you looking over there, but I would say, with simping, so as a simp, you crush yourself. You crush who you are to satisfy the woman that you're with, right? You put this woman on a pedestal you put yourself in the position for her to stand on you as like a leaning post. She treats you with disregard, disrespect, and you continue to do the same things. Yes. So you're crushing yourself to satisfy the woman to be on a pedestal.
Okay, so you're talking about the girls like bums, basically. Like they're dating bums. And the guys don't have anything to offer.
No, but simps. So even if he has something to offer, for example, Will Smith, he didn't have to go on the stage and embarrass himself like that. Then Jada turned around and was like, why did he do that? Like you're undermining the man in your life who you're married to, right? So let me word it better. If you had to undermine yourself to satisfy the woman you're with, you're a simp.
Right, but I'm saying like vice versa. Doesn't the woman have to give up herself in order to build a family?
I was gonna say
that's part of being a woman.
Yeah, but it's
like you have to undermine yourself. Like part of being feminine is letting the man lead and letting him have the spotlight.
But there's no issue. It's about having a balance between the two parties. If you have to undermine yourself as a man, you can't be a leader. You can't have the vision and the.
We weren't talking. I was talking about the other way around.
Oh, as a woman.
Yeah. So you were saying I understand what a simp is. Other way around. Yeah.
So as a woman, well, for me, I'll talk for myself. I don't have a problem compromising if it's for family. There's an end goal. We have a goal in mind.
What about just for a man?
But I wouldn't just do it for a man. There must be a common goal.
But that's the problem.
Wait, so is it
because that indicates you're self-centered because you wouldn't just do it for a man. You have to get something. You have to get something out of it.
Yeah, but
and so like if you wouldn't just do it, like you put just for a man.
Yeah, but for a man, you have to have actual value in my life. I wouldn't just do it for my friend. I wouldn't just do it for the guy down the road.
Right, I know, but in this conversation, we're talking about a guy you're dating.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think like that's easy. Yeah, that's implied.
Yeah, that's part of the relationship dynamic. You know, compromise, understanding, having communication skills. This is where you find the balance between each other to have a relationship. And I think if, as a man, you have to undermine yourself to be with that woman, she's not for you.
I'd argue that most men in today's society have to undermine themselves to some level to be desirable to a woman. Because even something like monogamy is a man undermining himself to please a woman, isn't it?
Well, I wouldn't know. You would know more than I would.
Yeah, why are men expected to deal with our hormones when we're on our period, but we're not expected to deal with men's hormones, like them being corny? You get it? It's YouTube. Yeah.
Corny.
That's in.
Yeah. So because we expect monogamy, right?
Yeah, but I think, you know, in this society, women are hypersexualized. So if you feel...
No, we sexualize ourselves. Don't put that. Hypersexualized, that word takes accountability off of women. So we sexualize ourselves.
Yeah, we do sexualize ourselves, but we are hypersexualized in the domain. So for me, when I'm looking at women twerking, jumping up and down, and then saying, I'm not going to, you know, beat down on my man like how he wants... You're a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite. You're not no, really. Yeah. Like, if a man's asking you, you know, babe, I need this, and you're saying no, well, there's 300 other girls in his DM that will give that to him without any questions asked. So, as I said, if you have to undermine yourself to be with somebody, man or woman, it's not worth it.
But in terms of our reproductive strategies, a woman's reproductive strategy is monogamy. That's how you safeguard yourself and ensure the future of your offspring. For a man, we are expendable. Like, we die and we go to war and we go out and hunt and all that kind of stuff. So our reproductive strategy is scattergun. So we conform to the female standard to keep his lot happy. So we essentially minimize our biological impulses to make sure that he's lot happy. So to that, you're undermining yourself now.
Well, what, as a man? As
a man, yeah.
Well, in society, this is what we've accepted as the norm. If you've
could you say yes or no to the question?
What
is he are they undermining themselves in that situation?
I'm not in that position to answer.
No, but I'm asking you, like, because a lot of times, like, when girls are in a corner, they don't answer the question.
Yeah.
So I yes or no?
Are you undermining yourself?
Where they're getting rid of it?
Yes, in the sense of biologically, you are undermining yourself. But this is what we're talking about. We're talking about standards versus biology. Biology dictates that, boom, you can have sex with 100 women, get 100 women pregnant. A woman can only be pregnant once a year. Her biology dictates that basically by the time she's 45, she's dried up. She's no use to the average man. Now, men are aware of this, biologically, and straight away we know this. So it's a choice that they make to be with that woman. Nobody's forcing them to be in that situation. I wouldn't necessarily say he's undermining himself, but he's making a conscious decision to look at the women available on the market as we've identified, low quality, not as a majority, but as...
So you're almost flipping your answer? Huh? You said yes, and now you're saying no?
What do you mean?
Do you think a man is undermining himself?
I just needed you to answer the question.
No, do I think he's undermining himself biologically? Yes. But societally, no, because he knows the standards.
What matters? Well, that's not fair, is it?
Yeah, because that benefits women.
Well,
it doesn't benefit men. So it's like women, like, we're in a society where everything benefits us.
But women dry up.
Go ahead. What'd you say?
Because I feel like, okay, if someone's a Christian, you would be putting your body under, because biblically you are monogamous, you're faithful. Somebody of the Islamic faith would say,
what percent of men do you think really are that religious that they don't want to have sex with a lot of girls? What percentage of men?
I get it, but you know,
so I think if we had a jar in the middle that said but this exception and but that exception,
if you ask most men, they would like the mother of their child to only be one,
right?
And then they create offspring. The majority of men will say that I would like to only have one mother.
That's cap.
One mother, bro. Yeah, 100%.
No, I can't. Yeah,
like a wife.
100%.
Yeah.
No, they don't want several baby mothers.
Yeah, but they like some side chicks.
That's true.
Just don't get them pregnant.
But Jason Derulo's little, like, baby mama can go on social media and complain and cry about how Jason Derulo cheated on her when you're dating Jason Derulo. What do you think was gonna happen?
So you're saying that whoever you get with, you should expect. That's what I'm saying.
No,
I feel
I'm
like
saying,
people don't have conversations.
I'm saying if you want a guy on a certain level, he's gonna cheat on you.
Okay.
Like I'm just saying, like,
If it's
like
an
don't,
NBA
yo,
player,
don't be dating these celebrities, these
No, I hear
NBA
it,
players,
I hear
and confuse. But and I'm saying, like, we wouldn't like them if they couldn't cheat. We'd like guy like pre-selection's very important for women. So it's really important to us that we see other women like the guy that we want.
But I feel like guys, I've heard guys say if a guy does not approach my woman, I need that to see that.
No. If a guy sees an Instagram that has 1,000 or less followers, it's private.
No,
he's not.
Instagram.
But I'm saying, like, if Instagram is the extreme, right? And you take it to the extreme to like look at the argument. So if a girl has 1 million guys thirsting over her on Instagram, even if it's not sexual content, is that a green flag or a red flag?
Red.
Yeah, red.
Hold on, but Eddie, wouldn't you feel a bit of validation if someone tries to move to your girl?
Yeah, that's my point.
I might feel a bit of validation, but I don't want it.
No, I'm not saying all the time.
So there's a proverb that says marrying a pretty girl is like planting crops next to a busy street because everyone's gonna pick at the crop. But like you would rather have a woman that you knew was beautiful that no one moved to. That's why when we see girls,
it's impossible.
It's not possible.
But the difference is women are attracted to that. Like when a guy's in a room and you can tell other girls want him, that's attractive to us. That's attractive. Like when Drake's in the club, the girls aren't thinking, "Oh no, too many girls want him." Like they're moving to Drake. But vice versa, guys aren't attracted. Like they're not saying, "Oh, that's so hot. That guy approached my girl. I'm so turned on right now."
Yeah.
It's not hot.
No, it's not hot. But I've heard some guys say like.
That's what I was gonna back you on.
Yeah,
I'm saying like some guys will like the validation.
What
like if you walk in a
percentage?
room,
I don't know.
100%
most
not.
guys.
Bro, if you walked in a room right now,
Go
it
on.
was a party, and you walked in with your girl, and the whole room went quiet, and you're saying yo to everybody.
yeah, I'm
you know
that guy.
you're
No,
walking
but
through
he's
the girl,
no, but
and everyone's looking at her.
The validation,
that guy is gassed, bro.
The validation and wanting are two separate things. So
The
I think I agree
validation, what,
I agree with
Like
what
va-
you say. So
va-
you would feel a bit of validation for it,
Yeah.
but you don't necessarily want
Want
it. And
everyone
because
looking
you
at
know
your
it's
girl.
impossible, it's like it's just one of those
Bearing
things.
in mind, I'm a man, so I'm territorial. So all I sense with that situation is potential trouble. And
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I know for a fact that someone's going to test my character by trying to move to my girl and
real?
shit's going to get
So
real.
then wait.
in front of you,
Wait,
bro.
so then would you?
Man, them do that.
in front of
Yeah.
you, that's a violation.
No, but then you should know your woman and know she's gonna shut it down. So are you telling me that you would rather go for an average thing that you're not gonna get too territorial over, or you'd rather go for?
So it's not about being territorial. It's about what makes most sense in the situation. I probably wouldn't be in certain situations with my girl. I would expect her to know better.
100%.
Or just stay at home.
I don't think
The easy option still.